Ich träume und
The
die
interview
Welt.
with Chaosengine. Chaosengine, thank you very much for accepting my invitation to come to this series of interviews today. And
Yeah, no worries, mate.
I'm gonna get right into it because I know it's very early for you. So let's start informing the people like where you're from.
Ah, yeah, Australia.
Australia, and I screwed up the time zones. So it's 6 o'clock. No, I want to say this is going to be on the video. It's 6 o'clock in the morning for Chaos Engine, and he took the time to put his alarm clock and wake up for the interview. And I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So,
No worries.
bad fixer. Yes, you're absolutely right, OG Apocalypse. I am a bad fixer on this occasion. So, mate, do you play both sides in this game, like destruction and order?
Yeah, I play both. I enjoy both.
You play because you enjoy it or because any other reason?
Well, it's mainly because like people like OG, you got Keckers, yourself that play, order and stuff like that. So I just decide it's best to have both characters, get to understand more characters and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. I'm just asking because some people play for this reason because they have friends or they want to try different classes, and some people
Yeah.
play both sides because say, oh, this time order is stronger, I'll play that. Destro is stronger, I'll play that, or the other way around. It's weaker, so I'll go and boost that side to balance it out. So I prefer to play what I like, to be honest, not looking at that. But anyways, so which class do you main? I mean, do you have a main class on each side, or you play anything?
Yeah, nah, I don't really do that. Like, I'll play, like, if I want to play out Ironbreaker, which I was doing, and I want to get it to 40, I just play that solely. Like, I won't change character until I get that very close or to 40, and then once I hit 40, then I'll probably play another character.
Okay, I suppose that's fair enough. I mean, I delete mine quite often, so
Jeez.
I've deleted more than 26 level 40 characters so far. I play a lot, and now I have only 4. I mean, so
You're nuts.
Yeah, I know. So on live, mate, did you play both sides, or were you like maining one side?
Yeah, no, when I first played, I originally made a engineer, because I like the dwarves and stuff like that. Then I mained a sword master throughout the thing, got to max level, and yeah, I was just mainly because I'd jump between World of Warcraft and Warhammer itself.
Traitor. Oh, that's fine, man. I mean, games are games. So right now you're playing NG on order, or I mean you're in
Right
IBA if
now,
I'm not mistaken. Right now.
yeah, right now I'm kind of swapping between the Ironbreaker and the Swordmaster. Swordmaster, Shadow Warrior. Sorry.
You like that one?
Yeah, the Shadow Warrior is actually a lot of fun. I'm just really trying out builds and stuff like that, but I've got to wait till I get higher.
I will tell you why I'm asking. I'm asking because we have a lot of people in my stream at least who are starting Shadow Warriors. And the first question is it fun? Is it viable? That's why I'm asking. You already played it, so you know more about.
Yeah, I'd definitely say it's viable in terms of like just you have to know your positioning. You can't just obviously don't sit at the front because they are so squishy. It's ridiculous. You'll get blown up by anything. Skirmish spec is the best way. I mean, being able to run, slow people, knock people down at like 100 feet.
Yeah.
It's really good. Assault is really good. I just haven't really got into it yet because it's more of I guess like in a way like a white lion, but not as tanky as a white lion with the taunt they get.
Well, I
So you have to
suppose
be
the
on.
white line has to be a bit tankier because it's close range. That one is range. I think it's very good. I think the Shadow Warrior excels in a party. Not so good on the solo because he's squishy. He's like the
Yep.
Bright Wizard. If you support him, he will annihilate anything. That's at least
Oh,
what I
100, 100% with the skirmish Shadow Warrior. If you're with your team, if you've got a Slayer or say a White Lion on your team, you can say, look, I'm going to knock this guy down. You can knock him down, debuff his healing, and then the White Lion just jumps on it and he's dead.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah,
away.
there's people complaining about the white line for ages. So do you think? I mean, since you played Destro as well, have you played the counterpart of Shadow Warrior?
A little bit. Um, Not a great deal. I've got him to what? That's Squig Herder, so what, 19?
So
He's not quite yet.
I mean, you played a little bit, but would you say up to the level you played, they're okay between them?
Yeah, no, I reckon they're alright. I just reckon the Squig Herder itself is a little bit better and in skirmish just because they don't have to switch their stances
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, so they got that on them, and I guess they got their abilities up front. Like, so if I wanted a powerful hit or something like that, I have to switch to scout stance to be able to use it or whatnot. And it's just a little bit of mucking around.
Yeah. And do you prefer to play open or VR or scenarios? What's
Uh,
your
both.
poison in this game?
Both really. Like, you'll probably catch me a lot just running around by myself. Even if my class is not meant to run by itself, I do it a lot. And that's due to the time zones and just me in general.
Yeah, I mean there has to be something done with the time zones for this game, and I think that there is an article that came out. It's showing its effects already in the community.
Yeah.
So you said you roam around a lot. So you would class yourself as a solo player, a six man, or a warband. I'm assuming solo, but
Uh, yeah, solo.
you don't. Why do you solo? Is it the time zone alone, or I mean, you're not in a guild, you don't like it, there are issues with the parties or whatever, you can't find them. What's up?
Um, I'm not too sure. Like, I'll just jump on and I just want action straight away. So I go looking for
It
it.
is true. It does take a while to sometimes form a proper party and all that.
Yeah,
Can be a pain
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. I get bored really easy, so that's why I you know, jump characters all the time and whatnot. But yeah, as soon as I jump on, I usually go searching for something to kill
Hmm.
or try and kill.
So now that you play the Shadow Warrior, like I said, there's a lot of people who are starting to play Shadow Warrior that they come into my stream and they ask this type of question. So now that you've been playing it for a while, is there any tips you can give to those viewers trying to play Shadow Warrior at the moment? Any warnings, any pros, any cons, whatever you feel like, that would help them to choose it or to play it better, so to speak.
uh, I would say positioning is the biggest thing with a Shadow Warrior. No, use your range straight away. Use your range against someone. Don't be scared of, say, the Squig Herd and Melees. They do a lot of damage. I'm not going to lie, but you can actually stop them in their tracks as long as you're not in their face.
Yeah, true. Garth says, don't ever play scout build.
I played Scout for a while. The only thing I played with Scout is Festering Arrow is pretty fun.
Yeah,
But
it
that's
does
about it.
quite a bit of damage, that one.
Yeah, it's kind of not. Yeah, it's just fun for the festering thing. I think it's for memes or something, to be
Hmm.
honest. Skirmish or assault, all the
Yeah.
way.
I mean, I don't know. When I played my Shadow Warrior before the recent changes, I was playing what's the last path? The skirmish one. Just running around slowing people and just keep shooting them all the time. It was fun.
Yeah,
Until you get a
yeah.
knockdown, a pull, or a slow, and they catch up with you. And when they catch up with you, it's not fun at all. But up to
Oh,
that point,
yeah.
it's great.
That's instant
So,
death.
all right, there's a question for you. Let's just read that one out. What game was Chaos playing before he got wind of war, and what was his first impression?
Oh,
Wow, it
jeez.
must take you like years back.
Well, I'm 35, so I've played a fair few games. Obviously, World of Warcraft took up most of my time because that was the one that got me into MMOs.
Hmm.
With Warhammer, I was a big fan of Warhammer. I used to paint miniatures and still kind of do. Way before any games and stuff like that, and I got the bug then. Read up all as much lore as possible. Love the dwarves,
Yeah, we
and
all love dwarves.
yeah, and yeah. As soon as I heard about a Warhammer game, like just the advertisement alone, I couldn't wait to get into it. I didn't know anything about the game. Just I wanted to play
I
it.
think that's the best way about games. You know, sometimes you watch all this hype that goes on about a lot of games. You know, you watch the trailers, you read about it, then you read about it, you wait to come out, you wait to come out, you see more trailers, you get yourself all pumped up, and then the game comes. You already know everything about the game. You know, you go in, you already know how to do the quest, how to move, how to do it, because there's been all these spoilers. And then
Well,
you
yeah,
have this big expectation. You play the game, you're like, what? That's it? You know what I mean? If you don't
yeah,
know anything about a game and you jump into it, like everything is new.
yeah. I think lore for me, I'm one of those people that lore has to keep me to a game. Um, like Warhammer, there's just so much lore in it. It's ridiculous. Like even like World of Warcraft, same thing. It's got
Yeah.
lore, not as much as Warhammer, but it's got they started from wanting to do Warhammer, and then they made their own franchise. But yeah, no, Warhammer is definitely
Yeah, it's good.
huge.
It's I like the comment there from Grohl. It says like movies that show 90% of the movie in the trailer. It happens. So
Yeah,
did you play Shadow Warrior at all in live, or you
no.
didn't have time? You didn't have.
I one of my mates I was with, he played Shadow Warrior, and I was just mainly Swordmaster with him.
Okay, I want to ask you if you think that the classes on live, they were like better or worse with the changes they've done on this one.
Um, it was a long time ago, but I I think some of the things in here are good. Um, don't get me wrong, I hate chocolate balls.
Yeah, we all do. We're having this discussion all the
there is
time.
some there is some things I absolutely hate in this in terms of other characters stuff, but that's only because I've died to it a
Yeah,
lot. Which else?
yeah,
Just saying,
yeah. I know,
their
but
burst
Destro
is good.
complain. You know, I mean, we say witch elves, but I'm sure there's a lot of people on the Destro side that say witch hunters. You know, when they get jumped. I know a
Um,
couple of them that can take on 2 and 3 people. So
yeah, I don't know. Like I'd play like the Black Hawk and the Shaman,
yeah,
and to be honest, I don't really. I guess it's more because I don't see as many. Like, yeah, if
true.
you're on order, you'll see something like you'll get ganked by five.
Yeah, yeah.
Witch hunters usually come like one or maybe two. You know, if you're unlucky.
Yeah, true, true. I mean, statistically, I don't. I think there's more like witch elves than witch hunters. Although people say most people nobody complains about witch hunters. They'll complain about the white lion. But if you get ganked a few times from a couple of witch hunters, then maybe. So yeah, you know, it depends what you play, how many times you die. It's a big issue there to talk about. So let me ask you, what do you think about all the new content that we have and all the new content that's been announced that's coming out? That means, you know, forts, the changes, city sieges, new gear, bastion stairs, and all that. Take your time.
um, Forts so far, I to be honest, like I said, I'm more of a solo, small scale kind of player. Forts are boring. I'm not gonna lie. I do get
It's your
very bored of
opinion.
it. It's a necessity.
Yeah.
Just yeah, it's just a Zerg thing. It's not fun for me. Uh, City Sieges, I can't wait for. I think that'll be exciting to have something new. But things with like PvE, I've just never enjoyed PvE in this game at all, and having to go and get gear through it is not fun. It's not
You,
fun, but I understand people need to do it.
yeah.
So
Question: did you see the last changes on the last patch on the forts that now you know there's 1 hour timer and the more flags you have, the faster the door goes down and all that?
nah, I don't really take notice too much of it.
All right, okay. No, I just wanted to ask you whether you feel that that change was good, but if you don't do forts, you don't go there. It's it's okay. So let me ask you this, then jump to a different sort of like topic of questions there. So are you? I mean, I've only seen you stream Warhammer Online. I haven't seen you streaming any other games.
I actually came from YouTube. I used to have just mainly World of Warcraft content.
Yeah.
Um, Battle for Azeroth really pissed me off, so I stopped. I was thing about I started like a whole series of games we buy, stuff that, and it was basically just games I had that I've never played before, so I wanted to, get
Mm-hmm.
stuck into them. Video card broke.
Oh my god.
I made 4 episodes. Video card broke, and I didn't know what to do.
So how
So,
long you been like making videos and streaming then?
videos themselves, I actually only started making them like 2 years ago. I had a good reception on YouTube, but yeah, I came to Twitch about eight March maybe, I think. Anyway, yeah, I came in here just because I was actually playing the game anyway,
Yeah.
and seeing people like yourself, OG, Fixer, your Fixer, Keckers, Keckers, and all that thing. And I said, "Oh, what's it like to stream the game?" They just said, give it a go. So it was lucky enough that my old card that I had the replacement for could stream the game. So I
Well,
gave it a go, and yeah,
yeah. So you're not a very new streamer then. I mean, like me, when I'm only a few months old, but
yeah,
you have some experience onto it.
yeah. I streamed on YouTube a little bit.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. I mean, I tried to stream on YouTube. Actually, I tried before I got to affiliate to do multi-stream to like 2, 3 different platforms to promote the game. But then, as soon as I hit affiliate, I realized that it's not allowed. And I'm like, oh my god. So I stopped it. I
Yeah.
stayed on Twitch. So do you have a steady like schedule like some streamers do when you stream, or is it whenever you feel like it, whenever you're on, or?
Yeah, honestly, it's just whenever I'm on. I have just recently set a schedule, and it's mainly for like my time, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. Uh,
Fridays,
but
Saturdays, and Sundays. Okay.
yeah, it's just due to like work and whatnot as well, and kids. So
Well, kids, I understand working. You put work above Warhammer. Shame on you.
I work to be able to improve my stream for Warhammer. There you
Well, you
go.
well, I know you've put quite a lot of effort into your stream. You're trying to make your streaming room. You're getting things. I mean, I'm making overlays. We're all trying to improve and make it look better for our viewers, for the promotion of the game. I mean, those things have to be appreciated, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I watch your stream. I like your stream. Put the effort into it. There's I see some streamers sometimes. That they have like 5,000, 10,000 viewers, and they didn't even bother to like spend 10 minutes or pay someone to make a better alert. They still have the little zombie moving around. The
Yeah.
default one. I mean, okay, you're a good showman. You have a lot of people, but I would have thought those people, they would have put like 5 minutes into it to put a different photo at least. You know what I mean? Something.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's
anyway,
it.
that depends on the
Yeah.
people. I mean, if the show is great, who cares about the alerts, right? Anyhow, that's just me. So, when you stream it, do you have like an average time? For example, my streams are like 7 to 8 hours every time I stream. You have it like that, or you jump in and depending on the mood or whatever, you, you wing it,
Yeah,
so to speak.
it wing it, and definitely like I'll because sometimes when I'm playing, I'll get to a point where because the time zone and stuff like that, where
Yeah.
everything just slows down and it just becomes dull.
Mhm.
Because there's not a lot happening. I'm not getting Q pops, not getting this and that. So it's like, hey guys, I gotta go.
All right, so you do that way,
It gets,
okay. I mean, when
yeah.
that happens to me, I stream a different game, but I can understand that, especially in your time zone, because we have an issue in this game about time zones, and that's a fact. So,
Yeah.
do you like stream on other platforms? What I mean is, you said you came from YouTube. So, is it like sometimes you will stream on Twitch and sometimes on YouTube, or you only stream on Twitch these days?
I know Twitch now.
On
Yeah, no,
Twitch.
yeah, I only make videos for YouTube.
I think you uploaded one lately, right?
Yeah, I just started uploading the stream. I got a little bit lazy, so I
Hmm.
usually just do full edited voiceover stuff for my videos. So. But this one I
uh,
got lazy and just downloaded and
yeah, it
uploaded.
happens. I was used to do that, but I stopped doing the whole
Yeah.
streams. The whole 7 hours was too much to deal with. So, do you have any other media? I mean, if somebody wants to get a hold of Chaosengine or to catch one of your stream or news, do you have like Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, anything like that, or?
Yeah, Twitter's probably the most direct you can catch me. Discord, I only put it on when I want to check messages. But yeah,
Mhm.
Twitter's definitely something that I get notified straight away.
Oh, okay. And people can find that like underneath your stream on channel on Twitch. You have all the links and everything there.
Yeah, links are there.
Okay. I'm just mentioning that so people, if they want to come on, give you a
Yeah, no, it's fine.
follow, put notifications on, get in contact with you. I mean, this is the spirit of this series of interviews to introduce the streamers to the people and the people to the streamers. So, what better than having means of communication?
That's it. Hello,
So,
people.
when you stream, do you stream one character? There's some streamers that just play one tune and that's it, or do you play multiple ones? Whatever comes to hand.
Most times I'll stick to a character. So if I'm playing something, um, I'll just keep playing that one character constantly. I don't watch the AEO or anything like that.
Mm.
I don't know. I just
I
have to
mean,
usually finish something.
yeah, I mean, if you go into play, let's say today, okay, and I don't know, right now you're on your Iron Breaker there, you will do like let's say a 4 hour stream. You will stick with him no matter what, or if you say, you know what, I'm getting a little bit tired of this, I'll switch to my Rune Priest or to my Shadow Warrior. You just pick one and you
Yeah,
go for it.
yeah. I think there's just it just depends what I feel like, and I'll
Okay.
probably switch up something. I've switched up a couple of times on stream. So
Well, I play whatever I feel like, or if I have a party, I switch to balance it, whatever. I'm just asking because I see a lot of streams that have like one character, and sometimes I watch it, and you watch it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You know what I mean? Gets
yeah.
a little bit boring, so I want to make sure people know what they're getting. You mentioned earlier you don't like PvE. However, there are at the moment certain dungeons who are required to get some. I will use the word decent gear, like Gambad, then city dungeons, then Bastion Stairs. There's like a series of dungeons. You said you don't like it, okay, but are you gonna do them because of the gear, or you
Uh,
gonna wait maybe something else pop up later down the line, which is more
uh,
PvE? Sorry,
definitely
PvP.
on the Iron Breaker. Yeah, definitely on the Iron Breaker. I have to do them because obviously it's got some good two-handed gear. Um, I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'll probably only do it on one character. To be fair,
I think a
it's
lot of
just
people think like that. Like, we're gonna do
yeah,
it in one character because we're not very much on PvE, but everybody is like doing it though. So my
yeah.
question is, are you gonna stream it? I mean, like, do you do PvE content, or do you feel that doing PvE content is going to cost you viewers? Because most people consider this game PvP, and watching PvE is boring, and they're like, switch it off and go somewhere else.
I have no doubt it'll cost me viewers. No doubt. But in the same time, I don't want to stream when I'm feeling bored. Too. It's just it just make the stream boring as well, and
Yeah.
people will leave just because of that too.
Need that Bloodlord two-handed tanks. Oh, you need that Bloodlord for two-handed tanks. And Bobbling says, "I'll watch Chaos." Yeah, there's another comment you're gonna love. Bring OG, won't be boring then. That is true. He'll go in front like with his Rune Priest, the healer, and just take the boss and try and tank it. Sweet is easier
I
than
feel,
sure is easier than
I feel
Salem.
like
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like I'll have to have that Benny Hill music when
yeah,
we're playing that.
definitely. Yeah, when you have Apocalypse there, yeah, he's a fun guy to have. Which reminds me, just to give a small parenthesis, there's also the OG Apocalypse's interview on my YouTube channel. He's a fellow streamer as well. We've done that. So if anybody wants to also meet Apocalypse, you can find that. There's another 15, 16 interviews there. There's a lot of people streaming. And that's why we do these interviews. So you don't have a schedule, but you do have your media there for people to get a contact for you. Are you planning or currently running any events or anything you would like to announce to the viewers watching us or anything like that? Or your stream
No,
media?
I do. I guess the only other thing is probably next year, which is ages away anyway. So It's got plenty of time. It's
Next year,
just
what's happening next year? I want to know. I want to have it first on this stream. I want to have the exclusivity on that.
Well, it's more of a joke than anything. It's like Halloween. I was gonna cosplay as
Oh, I know.
Kickers.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. I don't remember if I think you said it like 2 streams back. Last time you did it, 2 streams back, and you said it. And Kekes was there as well. He actually kind of like agreed for you to do this. He said it's gonna be awesome. So, all right, upcoming event on Halloween. Be ready. Chaos doing Kekes. This is an announcement. You heard it first. No, actually second here because he said in his stream before. But still, I'll write that down as an exclusivity. And you know what? I'll give you another idea if you haven't thought about it already. Is if you're actually going to do that, you should like put a mental note that you should make a like a time lapse or a little video getting ready to do Kekers. You know, maybe the shopping, the tryouts, the voices, all that. That would be a funny video to have like a backstage.
I think the hardest. Yeah, I think it'll be an hour-long video just trying to get his perfect hair.
That is true. That is true. Although Kekes, which is also another streamer, you see, we talk about a lot of streamers in today. He's an interesting character. He does sometimes cosplay and stuff like that of characters. We have a variety. Yeah. We have this is the beauty of this game, though. I mean, I watch other streams as well, like when we play Mini Masters together and all that. And pretty much all the streams are like in the same guidelines, if you like. Yeah. So they're the same. They talk the same way. They do the same. But in this community we're in, it's every single stream you go to, it's totally different from the other. There's nothing the same.
Yeah. No, we've got definitely a diverse set of people as streamers.
And
everyone's works.
It's strange, isn't it? I watch a lot of Paladins, Vermintide, Overwatch, I don't know, thousands of other games just pass my time sometimes, and they all seem to be per category, like in the same format. Ours, Warhammer community is like totally out there, nothing the same, never. And this is why I think these interviews have quite a bit of interest to people, because they can show all this diversity that we have, and it's freaking brilliant. So you should all come and join this game. Come out and play. Meet all the streamers that put their their faces out there to promote the game. Have fun with us. It's a wonderful game, and I think it's going to get even better. It's on the rise again. And I don't know if anybody has any more questions for Apocalypse. Sorry, for Chaosengine. If they want to ask. Yeah, I was reading the chat and his name is last one typed. So my apologies there.
My interview.
Yeah, it's Chaosengine, one of the few Australians that we have. Lion Milk. I have a question. What's Chaos' favorite type of milk to drink or eat with his cereal in Australia? Seriously? Lion, by the way, the question is asked by a character called Lion Milk. What is your favorite type of milk to drink or eat within cereals in Australia? I don't know if you want to answer that. Coconut milk? Alright. Bumbling TV, why did Chaos steal my concrete? Did you steal his concrete?
It was great concrete, mate. 100%.
It was great.
Made, I had to get it. Great.
Sorry, Lion Milk says, what? It is a legitimate question. I don't know what they drink in Aussie land.
I guess moo moo milk.
He did, Lion. He did answer, but I'll ask him to answer to you again so you can hear it. Just tell me what milk you drink.
Just cow milk, mate. It's no difference. We don't drink it. I guess we drink it upside down.
All right, one last question from me. So I don't know if anybody wants to ask something else to Chaos, because it's quite early for him. I feel him. So as a streamer, mate, I mean, lately we have an increase again of streamers coming in to stream this game from different other games that either they've played in the past and just found the game, or they're just getting into it now from the community. As an, if you like, older streamer, you have any tips for any upcoming streamers for this community that would you like to give out to them?
Yeah. If you're going to stream, have fun. Everyone says, "Oh, just be yourself, be yourself." That's true, but be entertaining. Be the most entertaining you can of yourself. Answer chat. You know, even if you're right into the game, chat's the most important thing.
Yeah, connect with people.
You you have to. It's the most fun you're gonna have. It's just go with chat. Be yourself, but be the most entertaining of yourself.
Hmm. We do have another question from Bomling there. What is your view on guilds, pugging, and organized team play? That's actually a good question.
Guilds. Uh, like I'm with this guild because you got Lion Milk, you had Better Chain, you had a fair few people in this one. On my destro, I guess Bombling, I joined his guild. Guilds themselves, I just joined because of people.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing to do with like organized stuff. Organized events or organized warbands and stuff like that is good, but again, I just anxiety and stuff like that. I don't like being in big groups with just like you have to do this now, and all that stuff. I understand that, to get the best, to be able to
Yeah.
wipe another warband, people get keeps and stuff like that. I understand it 100%, but I'm just not that kind of play. I like to muck around, so I'm just more easygoing.
So you class yourself like as a casual player, not a competitive player, like Kasich
Yeah, yeah,
classes himself
yeah.
too.
Very casual, very casual.
Yeah, we have quite a lot of those. But this is what makes the game and the streaming we have so fun. That is not a lot of competition. Is more fun. And I think that's why people watch it so much. They don't get stressed. Watching something. Oh, call this target. Call that target.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about all that stuff. I like watching it. Like if someone made videos, that's in that competitive scene and make pretty good videos, I'd watch it. But
You
yeah,
watch it,
I
but you
think the
don't
most
play it.
yeah, I think I get the most competitive I'll get is when we're in a group is calling targets out. But that was going back to playing arena in World of Warcraft. That's about it.
Oh, arenas. I wish we had some in this game. We do have scenarios, but doesn't compare to arenas, I think.
Yeah, I think arenas would be a good idea, especially like say 2v2 arenas and stuff like
It
that.
is something I think that has been suggested to other interviews, and I think somebody also put it on the forums and the suggestion forums. But I don't know if they're going to do anything because I don't know if they have uh, the power, like from code perspective, because I'm not a computer person. I don't know to actually design and import new things into the game. I think they have to work with what already is in the game. To give you an
Yeah,
example, what
on
I
it.
mean, we requested at some point we found a building which has like a big yard in front of it, and we thought that's gonna be good for making duels. And we said, why don't you take that, copy it or whatever, and put it somewhere else? And said, you know what? If we take it from where you found it in that map, and we move it somewhere else, that's gonna leave a hole in the map. We can't replace it. You know what I mean? They can't
Yeah,
copy it. They have to actually physically move it, and then that leaves a gap they have to fill with another building and so on. So I don't know if they have the capability, but it would definitely be good to have some more things beyond scenarios.
I, I'd I'd enjoy that, but at the same time, I think it's more of a balancing issue. Like, at what point can people join? Do they have to be full invader? Do they have to be full this and that? Because they're always going to have a disadvantage. I reckon, for me, what would be more fun, and that's just because it comes from the casual thing,
Yeah.
would be if they could get Wrath of Heroes up and running, and that would be fun just to be able to link it towards this game as well, and just jump in there and just
How I'll
yeah.
give you an idea. Now that you said who could join it, I'll give you an idea. You tell me if you think that would be a good thing to introduce to the game. You know how some games that don't they don't care about what level you are, to put it this way, but what they do is they count gear score. You've seen that?
Yeah,
So they
I
class, instead of doing, you level 10 to 15, you can join this group. Then say, you know what, if your gear has a rating of, maximum, minimum like 600, so that class is how strong you are, then you do one tier to that level and another tier to the gear level. So you can mix and match them. So with the point system, do you think that would keep the game fair and balanced?
um no, because there's just some other characters that just excel over others with certain kind of gear and stuff like that. I reckon what will be good and this is just coming from my point of view.
Yeah, of course.
If you sign up to Arena, you don't actually take your character in. Instead, you have a generic character. So you want to play Ironbreaker two-hander, right?
Yeah.
When you click a 2v2 Arena, you can group with your buddy and you select Ironbreaker, which is a generic looking character to go in. Same with Witch Elf, same with whatever, and
Yeah.
it's not actually your character itself.
Oh, okay. So for me to understand
But
what you're saying, is like when you play like what you call it, like LOL.
yeah,
So they
they're
all
already got
start.
their
They all start with the same, the same sort of character, same level and everything, and go on from there.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, they just got very generic. They're all at the best they can be, and yeah, you just select enter and just have fun.
Yeah, that
But you
sounds
get
that sounds
you
interesting.
get yeah, but then you can get like emblems and stuff for your character in game. I just think that'll be cool.
Oh, I see. How about there's been suggested a couple of times for the current system that they should introduce one currency instead of having 6 or 7, and just with that one currency buy whatever you want and be done with it.
Oh, that would be a relief.
That would be
especially for a player like myself. Just
Oh,
so many different types of things to be able to grind. I just want one currency. That'll be good.
well, I think I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but I think one currency. I agree with you. So you don't. I mean, you know how long it took me to learn what's level 1, level 2, level 3, and all that, and which one converts to which and all that. But I would like to be able to have them like account bound. You know what I mean? I mean, Fixer, he got maximum level right now, and I have
Yeah.
so many medallions, so many emblems that I have right now no use for them. I could just gear up my other characters. I mean, I put the
Yeah.
times into the game. I'm putting the gameplay, but I don't put it on 15 different characters. I put it in a Fixer. So I think it would be good if you could do that. It will help a lot of people.
Yeah, if they could make like the emblems medallions just be able to count wide, just in and
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
not.
log on to any character and they're just
Yeah.
on every character.
Or send them through the mail system, but only to your account, not start doing trading with other characters and faction stuff.
I don't trust the mail system. I just prefer account wide.
I don't trust the mail system. Come on.
So it's the same with gold. Like if they did that, it would be great to just have gold, just as an account bound to your account itself. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, these are
You
little
always trade it.
conveniences. We're bringing up ideas. They're on record, so
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing. And we're listening to different ideas here. That's the good thing. Open discussion, ideas. I think that we were having a discussion, not a mention to the chat earlier on before you logged in, about there will be a Q&A again for the devs.
Oh yeah.
Although they're not very happy because last one didn't go very well. But I'm just
Oh,
saying
okay.
that the streams we have, and so far I'm the only one doing these interviews, we listen to ideas from people who are coming from all tiers, all countries, all different game styles in the interviews about the content and how the game should be, what they think it should be, and all that. So this is, in a way, these interviews we've done so far from a variety of people, you can consider this a Q&A of content, you know what I mean? Without putting
Yeah.
the pressure on the GMs to answer stuff. So they can watch this, hopefully, and get some ideas. What people think.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
necessarily,
100%.
sorry to
I
interrupt
don't
you.
want to be. I don't want to be. Yeah, go on.
Not necessarily we have good ideas or bad ideas, but they can listen to it, and if they think it's good for the game, they can pick it up, free of charge.
Yeah. I don't want to be thought of like, being, oh, we speak for everyone. I mean, we do have a lot of people in our chats, but we do have a lot of people like disagreeing with what we say as well. So
Yeah, but
But
there
I
are
understand,
also
yeah.
people who agree with what we say. So we leave this, we leave our suggestions on the video, and if the devs thinks our suggestions are good, they can pick them up. The same as writing it on on the forum. Instead of us typing it, we are recording it. That's the way I see it, anyways.
Yeah, no, it'd be fun. It'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, instead of going type post in the forums, you do an interview video and say, "This is my opinions." Somebody sees them and likes them, he picks them up. Same as the forum. I don't see the problem with that.
Yeah, I'd like to
Okay.
see.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the opinions taken um, consideration, not just blown away and like just nah, whatever you're
Well,
saying is crap or
I think they
whatnot.
look into them. I think they look into them, but
Yeah,
I have to admit though, have you spent any time to read some of the posts on the forum?
sure. Nah.
Just asking. Okay. Uh,
Yeah,
I haven't spent a lot of time. I've read like, to be honest, like 4 or 5 posts on suggestions. From those 5 that I read, okay, 2 were like in the when you read them, they say something like you should remove choppers from the game. That's suggestion. I'm just saying,
dumb.
the first thing that came to mind, really. Then another
Yeah.
2 were like, you should nerf Engis because they kill my character. So, and then you have some other ones who they write an entire essay. I'm talking like too much block of text there, and they're kind of hard to read. And then you get 1 or 2 who are quite precise. You should nerf the NG because that skill does I don't know 10% more damage and affects this and affects that. Those type of suggestions that are quite analytical and they justify why you should change something. I think they take in consideration. The rest of them is like nah, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, the people that write something like I said before, you should remove this class from the game because it sucks, is the ones that argue the most. I think.
Yeah, but you get that in every game. I think it's hard for the, say, developers to get real information. That's a big issue, and they're being, I mean, getting yelled at all the time for things that you do would suck.
True.
I,
No,
I tell you what, I
yeah.
would have left the team ages ago.
I think some
uh,
people left the team because of that.
yeah, it does get full on, but there are those people that are 100% genuine, do know what they're talking about, are putting these things and just not getting listened to because of other people that have done that stuff, and they're just there, don't want to listen to it. And don't get me wrong, they do a great job at what they trying to do, but they do a lot of mistakes that
Well,
people hate, e.g. the old guard change on
mm-hmm.
two-handers. People hated that. There was no reason to do it. They just did it.
But here's a question now. Now that you mentioned the guard change that happened before, right? So they made a massive change on the mechanics of guard for the tanks. People argued a lot. I mean, there was like a lot of rage about that. But
Yeah.
they did bring out, for what was it, a week, 10 days, I don't remember, a questionnaire about how do you feel about the change. And, we kind of like went through what's called a referendum, a poll, if you like, to see whether it's going to
Yeah.
stay in the game or not. And I found that was a good move from them. Here's a big change we're doing. You decide if you want it to stay or not because it's big. I think, and I would like your opinion on that as well, that if they kind of did those kind of polls before or maybe after they introduce something to give us the opportunity easily to give them our opinion, yes, we like it, no, we don't like it, with a couple of options to why not or whatever, I think that would help, because we don't have a lot of people that, like me for example, or maybe even you, that we kind of don't go to the forums and spend too much time to read about these things. So logging in and having a questionnaire with 5 tick points, it would really help us to give feedback they need.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's 100% true, and it will stop. I guess some people get a bit of peer pressure from their friends when they play with them.
True.
Oh, such and such class sucks. So if they get say a poll, something for them to fill out themselves with no one around, they can still lie to their friends and yeah, I agree, but in reality, they're turning around, they actually love that character, so they can let the GMs know.
Anonymity is a great weapon,
Yeah, 100%. So they'll be able to give their proper feedback. There's still going to be, people that are going to be idiots
Always.
about it, but it always
I
happens.
mean, I would say that at least 50% of the people that are gonna answer a questionnaire like that, 50%, okay, they're gonna be like objective. Like if somebody came to me and said, we want to, I don't know, reduce the damage on phosphor cells, for example, which is a skill that recently was changed. It's quite good. It helps a lot on the forts and all that. I would really sit down and consider it. Is it too strong? You know what I mean? If I had a week to answer that, I would go and do some tests. Say, is it too strong compared to the other one? Yes, no. I would do that.
Yeah.
And there will be some people
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
"Oh, fuck, I play engine." No, don't nerf that. And some people from the other side, "Oh, I'm taking too much damage." Yeah, but I think 50% at least would objectively answer those questions. And through, if they get the results, you know what I mean. At least they can get an idea of what people would like or not, even if 50% answered objectively. I
Yeah,
think it would
exactly.
help
I
something.
think, yeah, I think that would help. Just to build the characters, and like you said, yeah, people do complain about other characters because they get owned by them a lot. You have to remember, a lot of people don't seem to forget that certain classes are meant to be better against certain other classes. E.g.,
Yeah.
witch elf is meant to be better against a bright wizard because that's their job.
And the NG.
That's what they're meant to do. And the NG, that's what they're meant to be, except you come up against a tanky fixer. But they're meant to be, killing the back line. They're meant to be killing the healers. But what I have an issue with at the moment is witch elves seem to be able to kill tanks really easily there.
Yeah, it's
I don't
the
understand
armor
that.
bypass on that. But you
It's
know,
too much.
they kill tanks easily, you say. But see, this is my argument. Why? I mean, you say witch elves. Let's agree on something. Witch elves should kill NGs, okay? It's a class that it's squishy, and witch elves should have the ability to kill them because they're very bursty and high damage. Now,
Yeah.
they come against me, but I have sacrificed so much just to be able to 90% of the time survive against one class. You know, I have sacrificed so much DPS that I can kill Shamis, I can kill Zealots, I barely kill dogs these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So people, like Garth says on the stream, people would like to have immortal characters and kill everything. It's not going to happen. So a witch elf killing a tank, you know what I'm thinking? That tank is not really a tank. I'm not saying you won't see it.
True.
You know, I'm not saying you won't see a witch elf killing a tank or a witch hunter on the other side, but it should be difficult. But have we checked how much parry this guy has, how much block he has? You know what I mean? Holding
Yeah.
a shield or just a 200 and say, "Oh, I'm a 200 tank with a title tank," but you have something like 6,000 HP and 10% parry. You're really not a tank, are you? You know what I mean? You have to
I
look
don't know.
into that.
You're still pretty big. Like, don't get me wrong. Witch elf should be able to take out a lot,
Yeah.
but at the same time, they should. In the time they can take down, like if they knock you down,
Mhm.
right, they could burst you all the way down. And this is just coming from, me being knocked down.
Yeah.
600 toughness, all that stuff, and they can still get me just as I'm coming back up, and I'm already at 10% health, and it's just what's happening here? That's not right. That's the only thing I come from.
Yeah, but in the same way, I mean, since we're talking about
It's
this,
probably I'm just bad tank. That's exactly it.
no, seriously, because I think I'm the only one in the game that's done extensive research on how to defend against a witch elf. Any class they knock down, okay, with exceptions of tanks and whatever, like anything squishy, you know, Bright Wizard, NG, Shadow Warrior, and so on and so forth, Lions even, they rarely stand up anyways. Okay, and this is a general advice for any burst class, whether you're against a white lion, whether you're against anything that's bursty. I will tell you a number, but that's only valid for witch elf because that's what I've studied. Right now, if you want to survive the knockdown from a witch elf, you need to have a minimum of 7,000 hit points. And that means you stand up, you punt and drink potion, otherwise you die.
Yeah.
It's if you get against a good, that's the burst. You need a minimum of 7,000 hit points. How you gonna get that? That's your problem.
Yeah. So no, that's I understand that, but again, I don't know. Daggers versus plate. I just don't understand it.
Ignore armor. Ignore armor.
Yeah,
That's
they
all I have to
completely
say.
ignore it.
Ignore
That's
armor.
what I mean. They can. Yeah. See, there goes a lot of defense right there, just instantly. That's anyway.
Yeah.
That's just what I think.
It's just you have. It is exactly what you said earlier, that some classes are meant to be better than others. One class cannot kill all the other. You know what I mean? You have to compromise with that. You have to make friends with it. That I will come out there, and when I see this class, I'll try and avoid it. I do that. it kept me, you know, sane, not safe, but sane so far. It's like, oh, okay, it's that. Okay, fuck it, I'm leaving. I can't do that. I can't kill that.
Yeah, I think it's more because you run into more fun.
No, a
It's
warband I
never
like.
yeah. You come against like you'll be just I'll roam and then all of a sudden I'll have 3 witch elves just jump on me. It's like
Yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
It's the fun. It's the salt and pepper of the game. You know, the whole ganking thing, or 3 times the same class. They come and go. They come and go. You know, it's. But it all comes down to what you said. We don't have exactly mirrors, and some classes are better than others. End of story. Once we realize that as players, I think we're gonna be a lot better and less aggravated.
Well, it's a team game, right? By myself,
Definitely.
yeah, I can live against most targets. I can even win against most targets. But me with say a healer and a DPS, that's a different story. You know, now you've turned into like a little competitive thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the game is balanced around groups. It's not
Yeah.
1v1. That's something that everybody agrees in this game, whether the Destro or the young or old players. The game is not designed and balanced for 1v1. It's designed and balanced for teams, whether it's a 3v3 or 24 versus 24 or whatever, but it's a team game.
Yeah, 100%. I just complain because I'm solo.
Yeah, oh, you should see how much I complain, but that's a different story. Right, guys, I don't have any more questions on my usual little paper that I've been folding here for about 10-15 minutes now. If anybody else doesn't have any questions for our beloved Chaosengine, our fellow streamer, we will end the interview and let him be in peace, because it's like 7 o'clock in the morning for him on a Saturday.
Need more coffee.
I mean, for me it's midnight and I need some rest, because today I have managed to do a 14-hour stream, man. I need some. I was up in early doing a different game because I had time, and then I realized that, oh, it's 4 o'clock. I start stream Warhammer in an hour. I'm like, shit.
You guys are nuts. I think. Yeah.
Well, there is
You
one
guys
question I'm gonna ask you because somebody typed it. I don't even know what it means, but how much for the premium Snapchat?
Oh, mate. You know, you have to send me diamonds, rubies. Shower me with love. And it still won't happen. Get out of it, OG.
All right, guys. First of all, Chaosengine, thank you so much for coming for the interview.
No, yeah.
You've been brilliant. The whole interview, I think, has been brilliant as well. It was for me, it was a refreshing break for having some devs or previous devs and competitive players. You know, it's a whole different atmosphere there. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure everybody else in the stream enjoyed it. Guys, for you being here, all of you, thank you so much for your questions and for being here to watch this. No more questions from you, no more questions from me. So I suppose, thank you, Chaosengine, for the interview.
Thanks for having me.
Also, anytime, you know, now you have access to the log channel, so anytime you want to jump in, feel free. So for me, guys, it's midnight. It is already 7 hours plus in streaming, and I'm a little bit tired, so I'm gonna end my stream as well. All right, new streamers on. Jesus, I don't know them. I don't know them. Anyhow, we're gonna raid someone today. No, duel. Garth is absolutely right. Are you up for it?
A duel? Oh,
Yeah,
geez,
usually.
Yeah, right. Why not?
Oh shit, I'm on my sniper build. Fuck it, let's do it. 200 IB versus sniper build. Oh my god. You know, follow me. We'll go to the dueling arena on the top there.
Alright, jeez.
I was doing the event. You know, that I do every Friday, which is the hunting season, and we were doing mag assist today, and the tanky build just wasn't really cutting it because they were like inside the warbands, so I couldn't reach them with tanky build. So people suggested I should go on the sniper build, which I did, and most likely you're gonna kick my ass on this one.
I doubt it because I switched specs. I usually play Brotherhood, and I'm in Vengeance at the moment.
We'll see. We'll see.
I need my heal.
I love grow up. During hunting season for Magus, I had 4 pocket healers on my Magus. People are they're stream defending, not stream sniping these days. They're just stream defending. Shami, if you want a beard, we can arrange something and get you one. No, on the Halloween. Alright, this little circle here with the big Empire cross is the dueling arena. Have you ever dueled before?
Nope.
Alright, so what you have to do is, first of all, turn your PvP on by typing /PvP. Right? Sorry, is it PvP? Yeah, it is PvP.
Yeah.
And then target me, like click me actively to have me as a target. And then type /duel. I think it's /duel.
Oh, player name? Oh, that's weird. Wanted me to put player name.
Alright, Chaos Challenger. Okay, /duel. Accept. You have accepted. It's gonna start in 5 seconds. Oh shit. There we go. Start it. Still buffing. Leave me alone, you. Oh, knock down. Knock down.
Get him over there. I wanted a pump fixer.
Oh,
I'm taking my stuff. What are you doing?
I'm trying to snipe you really, but
I haven't got my heal.
come on, get him, get him! No, I'm gonna lose. Oh, I lost. You surrender your duel.